Thanks for tuning in into this episode of I Have Something to Say, where subject matter experts are unafraid and unapologetic about sharing their perspectives regarding issues that impact our lives. They speak up because basically they give a shit. So if you're tired of canned answers and want to finally hear real people cut through the BS and talk about real issues, this is the podcast for you. I'm your host, Sami Heyman Marrero from Urbender, and behind the mixer is our producer, Chris Mayoka from You Do You.
Estamos aquí luchando para regresarlos con sus familias. Estamos aquí luchando para regresarlos con sus familias. Para regresarlos con sus familias. Los queremos mucho.
She told us that they are not following any curriculum that the local school board has offered to provide, and they have declined because their theory is that because they're on federal property, they don't have to comply with any kind of curriculum, so they're not using any curriculum. And the children have reported that what's happening is they go into one big tent and it's partitioned off, and so they're the little classrooms, but the partitions don't go all the way to the ceiling, of course, and they're made of fabric, so the noise is so loud that they can't even hear the teachers. And the lessons are them writing on a whiteboard, and the children copy it down. There are no books. There's no lessons. And so that's pretty much what we've heard.
So here we are in Homestead, Florida, and we're here with our friend Charlie. We made fast friends today when we arrived here. She's been very helpful. And so could you tell us about how you guys decided to start coming here and why?
It started in Tornillo, Texas, with the child prison camp that was there, and a man named Josh Rubin decided to start a daily vigil. It was based on actually a woman that had done the same thing for Sandra Bland, if you're familiar with that case, outside of her prison. So he was there for 3 months, and then that place was actually closed down. All of those kids were reunited with their sponsors. And so when we learned of the expansion here at Homestead, we just knew that we had to do something. And so this is day 147, and we're just determined to hold a daily vigil until this place is shut down and all those kids are where they belong. With their loved ones.
Yes, of course, that's incredible. And so then are you people all local, or how does this work?
So we have people from all over, and I think I'm going to do a map to really show the expansiveness of it. We have 25 states that have been represented, and a woman from Japan came. So over half the nation has been represented here as a witness.
Wow. And what do you do? So what is it? What does this look like on a daily basis?
So daily basis, we set up base camp, which you've seen. We immediately set up the banners and let the kids know that we're here for the day. Every single day we want to make sure that we show them support and friendship and encouragement and love, and just let them know they are not alone in there. We are fighting for them to be released. And then the second thing is we want to confront the powers and the people that are profiting from the situation. So there's sort of two sides to it. We have what we do for the kids, and then our resistance to the companies that are becoming very rich off of this.
Okay, and so then is Mr. Rubin here local in Florida? Or?
He's actually from Brooklyn.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah, and he comes down as frequently as possible.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
awesome. You say with these New Yorkers, huh? Anyway.
And we've had Tina Marie Davidson. She's come down twice now for months at a time. She's from Maine. We've had people from Oregon, from California, Texas, Chicago, lots of people from New York. Just all over. People hear about it and they know that they have to take action.
Yeah. Well, it was really helpful. We actually had the help through Facebook of a woman named Mary Ellen.
Mary Ellen Dunn.
Yes, and
Yes.
we assumed she was here. So when we got here from Orlando early this morning, we were asking, where's Mary Ellen? And then you told us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's an angel. She does so much to help us get organized and help people sort of ease the way to come here. She handles all of our logistics. She's doing the job of at least 30 people. She's fantastic.
From Maine.
From Maine.
From
yes,
Maine,
as a
yes.
volunteer. She's
Yes.
incredible.
And so what can people do to help, because I know that we planned this trip kind of last minute, right in the middle of July 4th
All right.
weekend. Everybody had a lot of plans, but our crew is small but mighty, and we decided just to take the trip for the day. But there are a lot of people that were asking us, how can we help? So how can people help from a distance?
So the first thing I would do is join the Facebook group. There's Strength in Numbers, and we try to keep everyone there updated on a daily basis.
And what's the name of the Facebook
So
group?
it's called Witness Tornillo Target Homestead. From there, you can look in the file section and see action lists. You can see the GoFundMe. You can see the different petitions that our local representatives have asked us to circulate. So Debbie McChrystal Powell is the congresswoman here, and we're collecting a petition for her. It gives people templates and ideas if they want to write to their editors of their newspapers or to their other elected officials. And just there's so many ways people can help. So those are some of the top.
And they're all listed there, right? And so and then regarding the GoFundMe, because I know people always ask, so what is it for?
It's to advance this mission, to make sure that the vigil never breaks, so that we will be here every single day until this is over. So it can be travel support, it can be housing support, the ice every day, maybe expand our base camp, so tents, infrastructure, anything that we can do to make sure that we are standing up strong against this.
Right. And then hopefully it'll end soon, right? Because they'll shut it down. That's the end goal.
It's happened before, and we know we can get it to happen here. Places like this shouldn't stand, and everyone knows it.
Okay, and so what do you want to tell to the families and to the children? I know that we've been communicating with them. What would you like to say if you had an opportunity?
Yeah, we love you. We can't wait till we get to know you better, and you're part of our daily lives in our community as our neighbors and our friends and our classmates and our coworkers. And it should never have happened, and we're so sorry.
Thank you so much, Charlie. Really, it's been great to meet you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for what you do.
Thank you for coming. The program director. She's characterized this place as a slumber party.
Oh, really? Oh, how nice. A slumber party.
When we try to record her comments, she asks us not to film her because she wants to protect her children.
Oh. Yeah, but then who protects these kids, right? Okay.
It's supposed to be her job.
Mm.
All of these modular trailers, new things, these are all brand new. So there's probably about a dozen of them. You see that big white tent straight ahead?
Yeah.
Brand new. Within the last month.
No, the hand is different so you don't trip.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have some stick figures around here.
Yep. This tent just in the last week.
Mm.
So we think that's probably for an employee lounge area. They used to have a couple of picnic tables, but we're not sure. We don't know. We've heard they could be classrooms, they could be case management offices. They have a pilot program on this side of the camp, which they do telehealth and mental health services. So this could be where they have those tables and computers set up. They told us a few months ago whenever that contract got expanded that they were going to move every office they could out so that kids could always be sleeping in the hard side buildings.
Mm.
So, but we don't know. There's a lot of questions, way more questions than answers.
Yeah.
And a lot of secrecy around it.
Yeah.
So you'll see as we approach, they'll close the gates and try to limit our view. But you have every right to be here. This is a public area, and you're also funding this. This is all done by taxpayer money.
Yeah.
You know? So there should be oversight. People should be allowed to come in and do inspections, and you should be able to see what's happening.
Mm-hmm. And what about you, Matthew? So are you from here, from Homestead?
No, I'm from North Carolina.
Oh, from North
Yes,
Carolina.
ma'am.
Wow. And what brought you here?
I have the unique fortune of being homeless in America and unemployed, and that gives me no excuse not to be here. I have no job, no mortgage, no rent to worry about, and I just feel like I have a moral imperative to be here. So I came.
Oh, wow. And how did you get here?
I just drove down. I live out of my car.
Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. And you come here every single day?
So far, I
Yeah?
might need a day off from my supporter housing person is going to need a little extra help around the house for a minute. So I might be here, maybe miss a day every once in a while. But so far, I've been here every day. But
Yeah.
so's Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie's a champ.
Yeah. Okay, wow. And so what's your concern about this whole situation?
It's wrong. It doesn't matter if this is a facility where they are kept in cages or on beds. It doesn't matter if they have toothbrushes. This could be Disney World for them, and it would still be wrong. They need to be back with their families. They need to be processed for asylum. They need to be safe.
Yeah. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for, being here. I really admire that. And
Following the lead here.
yes, thank you so much.
This is officially federal land, so I'm just going to ask you guys to walk around here.
Okay.
So that we're back onto the public area.
Makes sense.
And so this is a public street, so technically, yeah.
Yep, but you have to stay, within the white lines. Don't touch
Within the white
the
line?
fences or anything.
Okay.
But they change the rules a lot of times. Yeah. So sometimes they'll say, oh, you can't be in the street, you have to go on the grass. We just do our best to follow their instructions. So this building up here, you see that big palm tree?
Yeah.
You know what happens when children turn 18? Yeah. No, they're sent to the adult side of this whole system, right? So on their 18th birthday, you'll see a white van come in. It has a caged passenger area, so a metal cage, 2 armed guards that are with DHS, and they put the child in shackles, 3-point shackles for the boys, 2-point shackles for the girls, and they transport them to Broward Transitional Center. You've heard of Geo Group? Geo Group is one of the world's largest private prison companies. They have a long, long history of human rights violations, and that's who they transfer custody to.
Oh, wow. So when they turn 18 years old, that's what happens.
That's what happens. And it happens right there.
Wow.
And it happens a few times a week.
Wow.
And there's nothing you can do. You'll see on this side, the fences are much taller, right? They're about 2 feet taller. They're double wrapped. You see the green mesh?
Can't see through these.
Yeah, they're double wrapped. You can't see through there. There's also a whole new fence on the inside of it that they put in. So 4 barriers here as opposed to 1. I mean, this is really what they don't want the world to see. That's the assistant program director.
So you've spoken to all these people. They've come out and you've had conversations with them and engaged with them and...
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I try.
Yeah.
I think big companies like this, they come in and they prey on communities. So the people that work here, I mean, they're not our enemy. They're our friends and they're our neighbors, and that's our community.
Right.
We know how hard it is to find a decent paying job.
Right.
They pay double what your average job pays in Homestead, and that makes it really difficult. So
I could imagine that working for one of these facilities, you're torn, very torn, because you want to sustain your family, of course,
right.
but then you're part of this atrocity. I mean, so then what else can you call it,
Yeah. How do you
What was this in the
how do you
past
reconcile that?
That sign would say tennis courts.
Right, so This used to be a job corps facility, and you'll see those little signs all over. There used to be like a pool and a community area. The career center used to help young people get ready to enter the job market. So it's all been repurposed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this place used to be something that was pretty good for the community. Now it's this. This whole area is really just staging, construction, and storage. Yeah. United Rentals is top among them. You can see they have tons of projects happening. They do all the tent construction. Every piece of equipment here has the United Rental label on it. You can tell. Here comes DHS. And this is where this starts the 17-year-old area at camp. So we'll walk on down. We'll just let them get around us.
Yeah.
So even though this is a public road, you can see they just decided to take the street sign down, make a road closure sign, put a detour up.
Yeah. And then you smile, right?
Maybe we'll walk around. Maybe he doesn't want to turn.
Oh, watch out.
So the tent on the corner, and you can hear a lot of times on the weekends, they'll have activities. It's they're what we think is their recreation tent. So they'll play soccer games or they'll do a talent show. You can hear them, you know, interacting with one another. Double fencing.
Yep.
Double wrap. And there's really not much else to see down there, but I just want to point out a couple of things. That building is what we've been told is where one of the buildings where they have the bunk beds that are all lined up. And you can see there's no windows.
Yeah.
They have a very small soccer field straight ahead looking this way.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can see the balls go up, but we really can't see the children. And then the only time we've been able to establish contact with them is right here on Cinco de Mayo, where they could see us and started calling out.
Yeah.
So we had a conversation. So every day we come and just try to call out and see if they can hear us.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's been the extent of our ability to contact the 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
Cut off the public road.
Yes.
Yeah.
Taxpayer dollars at a
Yes,
time.
exactly. Yes. Know how it goes. Thank you for the tour. The lovely tour.
Hospitality.
Watch your. I love your smirk, Sarah. Right? She's like lovely. Yeah.
Welcome.
It's like, you know, unbelievable.
It's really hard to believe, even after all these months. I still sometimes get startled by it all.
Yeah.
How is this really possible?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
2019
Yeah.
in the United States of America.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at a concentration camp for innocent children.
Right.
How can this be?
Unbelievable.
Because if you look at everything that's been happening, it's very easy to say
How anyone marvels at it baffles me.
Me too.
You think about the relationship of United States to Puerto Rico all these years. What made you think it couldn't happen here? What made you think that they would treat anyone else that is brown any better than the other group?
That's true.
You know,
let them
so
die
there's
in
nothing
that story.
surprising in this to me. It's just, I think, surprising to people who had this different idea
Well, there's a
of
lot
hope.
of people in this country who think they live in a little utopia.
Exactly.
And they just don't understand or don't want to understand.
Going up and down, yeah.
And that's the thing. It's getting closer. You
It's on
know,
the other
it's
side.
getting closer to home.
No, that wouldn't be.
You know, you were hearing about this, you know, over there in Texas.
It was in Boston, you know.
Yeah, but that's the thing you heard. Oh, it's over there in Texas. That's but now it's right here in Florida.
But
you know,
we had more outrage when it was happening in Bosnia than
Right. True.
that is happening in our country today.
right, right. What was that? Yeah, that was like weird how the guy came up in the pickup truck, right, and like closed our path. Yeah,
Gone far enough.
Don't want you to see.
yeah.
Don't
Yeah, you saw that? Yeah.
Blocking us off from the public road.
See, all these gates are normally open, but they're gonna close up everything they can.
Yeah.
You've seen the big charter buses come in with hundreds of children at a time. That's when they get processed.
They get here.
Yeah, the cultural training building behind.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They'll bring in 3 or 4 buses of kids at a time, and they'll all be unloaded right there.
And this is where they process them.
Large groups.
Yeah.
For smaller groups, it's around the corner, gate 6.
And all these gates are normally open. They're just closed now because we're here.
Yeah. Most of the time.
Yeah.
Single file, he said single file.
All right. Oh yeah.
Yes, we are.
Thank you.
Have to go single file. Like kids, I don't know.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Are you?
Yeah. That's probably what they tell the kids. Single file and stay hydrated.
No one collapse for the cameras to see.
Yeah, I know,
Don't
right?
talk and definitely don't touch.
Yeah.
And if you see your friend in tears, don't give them any comfort. Even
Or
if
your
it's
brother.
your sister or your brother, right?
Yep. Even adults get psychological harm from not having lack touch and comfort and stuff. Like that's a real thing. For kids especially, this developmental kind of stage, they're so vulnerable.
Aquí estamos en corte con nuestro sol, cantando jarocho de corazón a esos niños
So I wanted to ask Eva and Lily to please share with us here at I Have Something to Say why you're here. What do you have to say about the situation?
I'm here just because I am a mom and I have a 15-year-old and I cannot imagine like having a son that is going through that. And the other thing is that I'm here just to, express my, my concern about what is going on here. This is not normal. We have a crisis and we have to deal with that in a humanitarian way. And these are kids and they are not second-class citizens. So they need to, feel that they have support, that there are other human beings that are treating them like people, that it doesn't matter where you are from. You need to be treated fairly, humanly. We are all human beings. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't mean that it's okay that, we don't know what they have been through and we are still like having opinions about it. I don't have any opinion. I'm just here to, support with my energy to let them know that they're humans, we are humans, and we are here for the same thing, that this needs to be stopped. There needs to be a debate in the society about it. And we need to, find a solution for this. This is not, and it could happen to any kid. It doesn't mean that because it's happening to, Central American kids, that it's just their problem. It's our problem because it could happen to any of us. History has been there, and it's not the first time that this is happening in the world, and it's not going to be, unfortunately, the last time. So today is here, tomorrow it could be in another place, and this is happening in many other places. So, we need to be aware. We need to, have empathy, even though it's not apparently our problem, but we need to have empathy to, understand that these are kids. And if kids are not okay, what is going on then?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Eva. What about you, Lily? ¿Qué te trajo aquí?
Bueno, a mí me trajo, más que nada es la inquietud de saber realmente cómo era el lugar. Yo es primera vez que vengo. También soy mamá, tengo 2 niños, uno de 13 y uno de 3 años. Y como madre me pongo en lugar de esos padres que deben de estar sufriendo ese dolor de no estar junto con sus hijos. Yo sé que igual fue doloroso separarse de ellos, mandarlos a este país. Muchos dicen, ay, pero ¿por qué los mandan? O sea, no sabemos el lugar de esa persona, lo que está pasando, lo que tuvo que haberle impulsado para separarse de tan grande tesoro de parte de uno. O sea, porque es una parte de vida que te cortas realmente y lo mandas. Y después el saber que tú quieres algo para bien, pero no piensas que van a llegar aquí y va a seguir un tormento, a lo mejor más grande del que estaba viviendo antes. Entonces eso tú no lo imaginaste antes de enviarlo, pero más sin embargo ya están acá y por eso pues digo, tenemos que buscar una solución y por eso estamos aquí, para dar alegría. De alguna forma, bueno, yo también vine a cantar y que escucharan. Yo en mis oraciones están pidiendo igual como muchos padres para que esto ya termine, ¿verdad? Haya una solución para todos esos bebés, más que nada esos niños, y que pues ahora sí que se termine esta angustia para cada padre y que vuelvan a ser todos juntos, porque si somos un lugar libre, un país libre de muchas cosas buenas, entonces hagámoslo y seguir adelante, y bueno, eso por eso.
Gracias, Lily. What about you, Chrissy?
Y yo comparto lo mismo con mis amigas aquí, que de veras esto no es un comportamiento digno a ningún ser humano, ni siquiera un perro, menos seres humanos tan frágiles que son los niños. Y nadie tiene el derecho de quitarte la posibilidad de mudarte tus circunstancias. Ese es un derecho humano que todo el mundo tenemos. Si tú no quieres estar donde estás, nadie te puede decir que no busques un futuro nuevo. Entonces, el hecho de que estemos en este país aparentemente tan bello, tan libre, deteniendo a niños, es una crueldad tan inimaginable, o sea, fuera de la imaginación, que de veras, o sea, yo, como dijo like Lily, I can't imagine my child alone in a detention center for 12 hours, 1 hour, let alone months, even a year. Some kids have been detained up to a year. What kind of a country does this? Not the United States of America, not the one I was raised to believe in. So, no, entonces estamos aquí para que por lo menos sepan que no todo el mundo está de acuerdo con este trato tan increíblemente espantoso.
Gracias, Ruth, y gracias, Chrissy. Y Ruth.
Gracias. Bueno, mi nombre es Mónica Ruth Sánchez. Yo estoy aquí como observadora. Llegó a mis manos por medio de mi hermano Mauricio este libro que se llama Los niños perdidos, de Valeria Luiselli. Este libro es un ensayo con 40 preguntas que ella, como traductora de corte, hace a los niños no acompañados. Sé que adentro aquí hay muchos niños, especialmente de Honduras, que han venido por una situación en su país. Me duele la situación de los niños, pero también antes de opinar me quiero informar y por eso estoy aquí en Homestead conociendo a gente como tú de Orlando. Los invito a que lo lean porque son 40 preguntas que les hacen en corte a los niños y que nos informemos para poder dar una opinión. Y por eso estoy aquí a través de la música. Sabemos que la música es un lenguaje universal. Aquí tengo un instrumento que se llama jarana, la cual estuvimos percutiendo y alegrando un poco a los niños, por ejemplo, con la canción de La Bamba, que es una canción universal. Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba se necesita una escalera grande. Y aquí estuvimos en una escalera grande subidos varias personas que hicieron favor de traer esas escaleras. No sé si se puedan ver. En esas escaleras traían corazones y volamos un papalote que significa en náhuatl mariposa. Con la esperanza de que nos vieran, venimos con Marta, venimos en caravana como personas tratando independientemente de ver cuál es la situación. Muchísimas gracias.
What do you want to say, Papi? Why are we here?
We're here to make the kids walk.
To make the kids feel welcome.
So I came here today, you know, with my group, and I think we all have different reasons why we're here. Some want to observe, some want to, you know, make kids feel welcome and, you know, make them feel that they're not alone. And, you know, and I got invited last minute, and, you know, it's been hitting me quite recently because my mom recently got stuck in Mexico because she went for her visa, and then they just decided to deny it, even though she has 3 children born in the U.S., and that just wasn't good enough. And you know, from those recent moments that just happened a few months ago, it's been hitting me extremely hard for me. So therefore, you know, I came out today, you know, and I cannot come out and see what's going on and, you know, observe, you know, how children out here, you know, without any parents and coming here alone, and it just kind of hits home for me, especially because my mom is not here, and so many other people in my family also have gone back to Mexico with on their own terms or not on their own terms, and you know, it's good to be here for other people, and even if you're not Mexican or Central American, it's good to come out and support, regardless of ethnicity, race, religion, and
I'm actually coming straight from Mexico right now. I came off a flight. I had to cut my trip early just to be here, I felt. So it was really a family motivated trip. So being just with a relative who's a little under the weather, he's not doing great. But at the same time, why am I afforded that privilege of being able to kind of come back and forth? And then here we have the example of the opposite. So it's a very insignificant presence of myself here, but just a small gesture to show that we do care about the situation and using our privilege, right? And what can we do in that situation to really create some sort of change or inspire, or at least call attention to the situation, which unfortunately is becoming increasingly normalized. So that's what's really problematic. And yeah, so I thank you to my mom who is here with me and is encouraging in this manner, and looking out not just for our own interests, but of others as well, in the larger community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This is great. I really appreciate it, you know, because it shows that we're being supportive of each other, you know, and creating these efforts, you know. It just helps amplify, you know, the concern that we have, and they just need to shut it down, you know. They need to reunite these families, you know, with these kids with their families as soon as possible. This concludes this episode of I Have Something to Say. We want to thank our friends at Orlando Game Space for hosting us today, and we invite all of you to tell your friends about us. We're on Spotify and iTunes as well. There's more to come next week, and remember, if you have something to say, it's time to speak up.